Good afternoon. This is Eyes on Crypto. It is Sunday, the 2nd of February. It is coming up to 3 o'clock GMT time, and I'm back with another video. Shout out to anyone who's watching this via Tribe. I'm very grateful for your continued endurance. And for all of my friends who are watching this on Facebook and other things who actually know me in real life, I'm sorry, but yes, I'm talking about cryptocurrency again. Right, jumping straight into it. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $9,422, seeing a less than 1% 24-hour increase. We got pretty much green across the board. The biggest numbers obviously being in the weekly gain. January has been a fantastic month for the crypto space. And there's a lot of positive sentiment thinking that 2020 is going to be the next moon shot. There are some big players. If we go to the 7 days, Icon, BitShares, Monocoin, I mean, you can all read, all up here way above 50% in their weeklies. A lot in the 30%, some big players. Litecoin is up 34%. IOTA is up 21%. Cardano is up 30%. It's been some good gains if you've been altcoins. Is it alt season? Possibly. Bitcoin dominance has dropped down to 65. I mean, dominance has been bouncing between the 64 to 67 mark. We can't really deem it to be alt season until that number probably is below 60. But we can hope. At the moment, as always, Bitcoin is still the most dominant in terms of market cap and is unfortunately the most recognized. Moving over to the Fiat and Greed Index, we're now currently running at 57. So the market is starting to get a little bit more greedy, a bit more lustful. 50 is still fairly neutral, but if we come back and have a look at, let's look at the last 3 months, we haven't been in 50 territory since November, and before November we were, where are we at? 60 over here in August, 45, and then before that, July, June 26, that's obviously when we're up to the 14,000 mark. So let's see, I imagine if things carry on the way they are, this value is only going to increase. If we have a look at the old Bitcoin chart, this is the descending channel we've been running since the top out at 14, and we've just continued this kind of upward trend since kind of December, which is always good. Whether we're going to carry on up here, getting the 10,800s, the 11,000s, we shall see. There is a strong support line around here, which we've hit. I guess the next one after that, if we zoom out just a little bit, we've got this historic one over here in the 9,800s. But this is the end of the bull run, so it's probably not worth extrapolating from that far back. But around 10,800, 10,600 if we plonk something in here, which is just above the channel. If things carry on moving the way they are, we might see 5-digit Bitcoin by the end of February. Obviously the Bitcoin halving is coming soon. It's now single-digit days by the Bitcoin half. Estimated 12th of May. But with the increase in mining and more people using it, this could increase today. It might be earlier, but it's going to be May sometime. We've been talking about it for the last couple of years throughout the bear market. Everyone's hyping up the halving, which could be a reason for this start uptrend, but it will probably be something similar to this. We'll get a nice rise up into the high teens, halving will occur, nothing will happen in terms of the price won't triple or go 10 times as the retail investors anticipate, and then we'll get a pullback before we get over the next 6 months a slow and steady rise. Obviously different events and global economics, and if we enter financial crisis of 2008 but 10 times worse, who knows, but based purely on trends will slowly tick up as previous post-halving events seem to imply. I'd like to talk about something with Kraken and Trezor that has been floating around Twitter over this weekend. In short, Kraken Security Labs were able to break into a Trezor. This 15 minutes, you can read this article here about how they did it. This is on the Kraken post themselves, but essentially they just hard forced their way into the wallet and were able to pull the seed code and then generate it. I'm not the most technically savvy, but watch this video, read these articles, helpful. They informed Trezor way back in October, and unfortunately this is a flaw due to the way it is made in the device. If you have a passphrase already established and have set that up on your Trezor, then this method wouldn't work because they'd still have to work out the passphrase. Now that they've gone public, obviously they mustn't be too concerned, and if you check their Twitter feeds and their social media outputs and things, they really want people to be using the passphrase to increase that security. But, like I commented on Twitter, I still trust this way more than a bank or any other fiat system, but that's a rant for another time. There have been previous attacks on this, but this is all coming along nicely. They can't truly fix it without changing the hardware. So maybe we'll see some adaptation in the next things, but if you do have a Trezor, make sure you've got a passphrase and don't lose it. Don't tell anyone you've got it, don't tell people that's where you put it, and then no one's going to steal it. Moving on from Trezor and Kraken, I'd like to talk about EOS. Now, I was a full-on fanboy for EOS. I've got a Genesis account. I was keeping up with all of it from the beginning. I was very hyped. I even bought RAM during the whole RAM market hype up and things. Like, I was there. Then came the announcement in June 15th or whatever of last year, and they announced Voice. Everyone was hyped, and it was just an announcement about an announcement. Personally, I think if they'd already developed Voice and dropped it then and there, they could have rid the hype wave, and EOS would be worth way more than it's worth now. I mean, $4. Yeah. But Voice is making significant progress. There's a blog post here, but Voice is coming supposedly on Valentine's Day. Whether there's any significance to that, I don't know, but Valentine's Day, 14th. I personally received an email, maybe other people did as well, if you'd registered for the Voice beta, asking about your social media uses and what you're doing and stuff. I mean, surely that's a little bit late to be gathering data such as that if you're only asking people now and you've already got a product ready to launch in 2 weeks. Again, we shall see. They supposedly have been in the SEC and had some closed doors behind interviews and stuff and discussing what and why, and they want it all to be legal, because obviously with the whole Libra fiasco, Facebook trying to come into cryptocurrency, this is now a cryptocurrency company trying to go into social media, so I guess they want to make sure they're jumping all the hurdles and things. But it is coming. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I don't think most people are. They're a big conglomerate and it's no longer what it used to be. Is Voice going to actually be a rival for it? We shall see. If it is and it works and it's got token economics and stuff, great. And if you can post and do things and get rewarded not relying on advertising and your data being sold, that's great. But I'm very skeptical just based on how it's come. They're claiming it's going to be a media revolution and that blockchain and everything is going to improve all social media options, but Dan Lama's previous projects such as BitShares, Steemit, etc. have had great potential and then never really hit the penetration that they were hoping for. But I'll eat my words if it replaces Facebook. I'm not going to lie. And then finally, not that significant, but pretty goddamn significant in my opinion, Bitcoin now has an automatic symbol when you hashtag it on Twitter, which may be pretty insignificant and is a plug for that I'm now on Twitter, but the fact that this now exists will mean that it's more mainstream, it's more exposure. People might see it and think no other cryptocurrencies have a symbol like this. It's just Bitcoin. There's no ETH, there's no Ripple or anything like that. There's a symbol. You don't have to enter the symbol, you just type hashtag Bitcoin and the symbol automatically appears. A lot of people are spam tweeting it and trying to get it to go up. Binance, here we are an hour ago, trying to get it up to 1,000 tweets. I think it was on 58,000 last time I checked. But it's happening with the picture. A lot of people are making jokes around online that the poo emoji should be the thing for everyone coins. For Bitcoin SV, it definitely should be, but I think eventually if the other coins will get their emojis, it's a small thing, but it means the masses will become more aware. So that's pretty much it. I've been Eyes on Crypto. This is a short video, and I hope to return and do this more regularly. I hate asking, but now I'm going to subscribe to the YouTube bitches algorithms. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Leave a comment. Ask me questions. I really want to become more of a crypto voice in this space, and this is me attempting to do so. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.